This is a LEGO set from the Subtheme of Ninjago known as Core, and Core's been cancelled out for its second wave, and I have a few theories as to why. First off, the minifigures aren't all too great. Sure, they look good from some angles, but from other angles, Kai, for example, looks like wearing khakis. Same with Cole. And it doesn't really match like the red and black suit that they have. Nia's is somewhat different. It's harder to tell, but it definitely is visible that these are two different shades, and it doesn't really match up too well. Second reason is that a lot of sets had pretty bad play features. Basically, for sets known as Evo sets, you would have like a base build, which is like a downgraded version, where he's missing like a spoiler or katanas from the sides, as an example. Or maybe a dragon is missing its wings or part of its torso. You put these pieces back on as a sort of upgraded version. The only issue is that why would you ever want the downgraded version? It just doesn't look as good. And so the upgraded version, it's always in the play features motion, and therefore there really is no play feature to be, played with. The third reason that is a lack of story, and I find that this is pretty upsetting considering that they have interesting characters, such as the Bone King. And while no show could have been made for this, considering the fact that it was at the same time of Crystallize that these were being made, although a story, at least in the box art, or maybe a comic or something on the back would have definitely helped. And last reason is that the villains had no sort of build or anything to be the focus of the set. Sure, there were side builds like the shrine or a turret, and they had one mech battle against Lloyd, but no set was focused on the villains, and that was a pretty big issue in my opinion. And so I'm gonna try and build a build that will fix these issues. So it has at least one ninja figure I managed to fix, in my opinion. It's a set that focuses on the villain rather than like a shrine or something. It doesn't have the dumb play feature of removing a spoiler or a dragon's upper body, and I'll make a stop motion for it later to be part of the story, as I can't really include that in this video. First off, I'm going to build it as a dragon. I have most of the pieces already assembled, and I'm just going to assemble the assembled pieces, since this won't take too long of my time, because otherwise I, don't have much storage space on my phone. That's kind of an issue. Anyways, it has two stud shooters for eyes with hole pieces using its pupils, as well as studs on top brick, which I'm going to call a snot brick for the rest of the video, for its nose. It uses two handlebars for sort of horns, although I do understand that look like ears, and you will find that this dragon looks a lot more like a hound, so I wouldn't blame you if you call it, instead of Bone King's dragon, Bone King's hound, because it has no wings. It looks more like a dog, if I do say so myself. I have a neck attachment for a ball joint connection on the head, which will connect to this mass of plates and a couple bar pieces. This is going to be like a seating area for the Bone King, and this is where the tail will attach. Now, on the torso, it gets pretty interesting. I want a smooth underbelly, and to accomplish that, I had to get studs on this side and this side with it facing like this. So what I did was I used a ball joint to connect these two pieces, and then turn this upside down to get any connection I wanted. Also, I do have stabilizers here, so it doesn't break as often, which do smooth out the torso and make it look more like a dragon. Or a dog, either one. Then, on the other side, I have these two studs here, where I can put the underbelly, as well as these 8 studs here, I said 2 studs earlier, to put the rest of the torso, which will unattach by actually 2 studs onto the top, and it is very frail. Just don't drop it, it will in fact shatter. Next up, I have all the limbs. These aren't really anything special, just a couple snot bricks, some slopes, and ball joints to connect everything. I'm going to attach those real quick. And that's the entirety of the limbs. I do, like I said, it's fragile. Do not drop this. It will in fact desperately shatter. I do have a tail. I want to use spike pieces because, as I showed earlier, they are on some of the side builds. And that's what it attaches to this bar right here. And so yeah, the dragon slash dog thing is mostly complete. I have the Bone King as a figure to include. But I do want to fix one of the ninja to sort of, fix the figures. So I'm going to manage to do that is I'm going to take Kai and remove his disgusting brown legs. And I don't really like the hands either, because full right arm doesn't match up so well. And I do want matching hands. So I'll take this off as well. I'm going to use the legs from Epic Battle Kai, which can use the fire pattern. And just gonna get some, just generic black hands off another figure. And I have, in my opinion, fixed this Kai figure. Just give him a sword. And yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Got a better ninja figure. It's got a villain build, for once. And I think this looks pretty complete. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you want to see the, full assembly of this build, just let me know. I'll make it. That's all for now, and I'll see you later.